down here in LA. And when you're in LA, it's extremely important that you blend in. Now I blend in. So, it's also really fun to be in LA because all of my favorite plants are so common here. And up in the Bay Area, I really stand out because I got really cool stuff. You know, everyone comes to me for all this cool exotic stuff. If I were down in LA, I'd just be some normal nursery guy. Like, your nursery's not special. It's stuff everybody has. Up north, that way, we're special. So check this out. They also have really good examples down here of how to utilize these plants. Look at this. So, what we have here is we have timber bamboo. This is a clustering timber bamboo. And you can see how big it gets. These are kind of young still, but the culms can get even bigger. This was the parent culm that was cut back to create the propagation material to create this whole cluster here, okay? And in this application, if we stand back, we can see what we've done here. They had a very narrow strip as a parking lot. There's a big street out here, and no one wants to see the cars from the street. No one wants to see the street from the parking lot. They always want to feel a little enclosure. So what a wonderful privacy screen this is. And this plant can get probably 40 feet tall, and people freak out. This is what they do when I tell them it gets 40 feet tall. They're like, I don't want to plant this 40 feet tall. I'm like, whoa, slow down. So then you can just cut the top off. You get to some level here, it's as tall as your ladder, you just cut the top off, no problem. And it creates this beautiful hedge. Where else can you have a hedge? It's this narrow, this manageable. It's only 18 inches wide. You've got 12, 15, 20 feet, whatever height you want. But you got to know that you can height control it. It's also very drought tolerant once they're established. Bambusa oldhameii. Now let's come over here. We have another example of how you can plant right in front of a building when you have very little space. Okay? So, same plant, no planter. Right here. So, on a narrow space like this, all you need is a little drip line. That's what they did. They used little cobblestones underneath for a very neat appearance. And here, up against the tall building, you can see that they've allowed the plant to grow much taller. And what's interesting here too, they've even made it really neat by pruning it. They took a pruner, a hedge pruner, pruned the whole thing. So it has this very neat appearance. But look at this. We only have maybe 10 inches of planter space in this foundation here. And what are you going to do? How are you going to get some verticality next to your big, ugly concrete building? Or say it's a beautiful building, you still want some greenery on it. How are you going to do that? Big, tall greenery when you only have a foot of area here. So the way they did it is they put their Bambusa oldhameii in. You can also see that the bamboo was a much larger plant, and they've actually cut pieces off here to control the density of the plant. And they just allowed, just a few of them to come up. That way, they can probably look out the window. It's not overwhelming to them. And what else can we say about this plant? It's native to China. It's hardy to 20 degrees. And most importantly, we have this at our nursery. If we don't have it, we can get it real quick for you. And here's a good example. Look at this. Stand over there. Stand over there. Look at this. I'll direct my cameraman around. When you have a big ugly telephone pole, you surround it with Bambusa oldhameii, so you don't have to see the big ugly pole. Now, if it were up to me, I wouldn't have pruned it. I would have let it consume the pole. That way you don't have to look at a big ugly telephone pole, right?
So also in LA, one thing you'll notice here is there's quite a density of people. And when you have a density of people, and you have to get yourself an apartment, or suppose you own an apartment, you're gonna have someone like literally right next to you. And again, here we are with Bambusa oldhameii, and in this application, the Bambusa, which I'm shooting through the screen. I'll see if I get you a better image here. There, that's better. is planted in a zone that's probably about 2 to 2.5, 3 feet wide. And this plant has been allowed to grow to, I guess we're at like 30 feet or so. And actually it looks like it was height controlled at one point at that level. Definitely height controlled, because you could follow this cone here, right there, and follow it all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, and it's been cut right there. And so, again, you can height control this plant any height. I'm not sure how they height controlled it in this application, but again, a wonderful plant. And what I failed to mention, or maybe I did, but to emphasize more, is the fact that this bamboo is a clustering bamboo. It won't run like is notorious for many bamboos. Whenever I mention that someone should use a bamboo, they again freak out and say, I don't want that damn bamboo. It's gonna go everywhere. And I was like, no, not this bamboo. This bamboo is a clumping bamboo. And basically plant it in the middle, and it just slowly gets, spreads just a tiny bit each year. And after like 20 years, it might spread 6 feet, but in one dense cluster. So when you own an apartment complex or some other unfortunate place that you don't have expansive space to have your privacy, you should consider putting Bambusa oldhameii in. It's evergreen, it's drought tolerant, it's beautiful, and it's a wonderful plant for this application. So now you know. One last vantage point of my son's apartment complex in LA. Right there, now you see it. And that's Hudson. Hi, Hudson.